3 weeks after his mother killed his father, Cobb debuted in center field for the Detroit Tigers. On August 30, 1905, in his first major league at-bat, he doubled off Jack Kessbro of the New York Highlanders. Kessbro had won the record 41 games the previous season. Cobb was 18 years old at the time, the youngest player in the league by almost a year. Although he hit only 240 in 41 games, he signed a $1,500 contract to play for the Tigers in 1905. Although rookie hazing was customary, Cobb could not endure it in good humor and soon became alienated from his teammates. He later attributed his hostile temperament to this experience. "These old-timers turned me into a snarling wildcat." Tigers manager Huey Jennings later acknowledged that Cobb was targeted for abuse by veteran players, some of whom sought to force him off the team. "I let this go for a while because I wanted to satisfy myself that Cobb has as much guts as I thought in the very beginning," Jennings recalled. "Well, he proved it to me, and I told the other players to let him alone. He is going to be a great baseball player and I won't allow him to be driven off this club." The following year, 1906, Cobb became the Tigers' full-time center fielder and hit .316 in 98 games, setting a record for the highest batting average for a 19-year-old. He never hit below that mark again. After being moved to right field, he led the Tigers to 3 consecutive American League pennants in 1907, 1908 and 1909. Detroit would lose each World Series to the Cubs twice and then the Pirates. However, with Cobb's postseason numbers far below his career standard, Cobb did not get another opportunity to play on the pennant-winning team. In 1907, Cobb reached first and then stole second, third and home. He accomplished the feat 4 times during his career, still an MLB record as of 2020. He finished the 1907 season with a league-leading .350 batting average, 212 hits, 49 steals and 119 runs batted in. At age 20, he was the youngest player to win a batting championship and held this record until 1955, when fellow Detroit Tiger Al Kaline won the batting title while 12 days younger than Cobb had been. Reflecting on his career in 1930, 2 years after retiring, he told Grantland Rice, "The biggest thrill I ever got came in a game against the Athletics in 1907. The Athletics had us beaten, with Rube Waddell pitching. They were 2 runs ahead in the 9th inning, when I happened to hit a home run that tied the score. This game went 17 innings to a tie, and a few days later, we clinched our first pennant." You can understand what it meant for a 20-year-old country boy to hit a home run off the great Rube in a pennant-winning game with 2 outs in the 9th. Despite great success on the field, Cobb was no stranger to controversy off it. As described in Smithsonian Magazine, in 1907 during spring training in Augusta, Georgia, a black groundskeeper named Bungie Cummings, whom Cobb had known for years, attempted to shake Cobb's hand or pat him on the shoulder. The overly familiar greeting infuriated Cobb, who attacked Cummings. When Cummings' wife tried to defend him, Cobb allegedly choked her. The assault was only stopped when catcher Charles Boss Schmidt knocked Cobb out. However, aside from Schmidt's statement to the press, no other corroborating witnesses to the assault on Cummings ever came forward, and Cummings himself never made a public comment about it. Author Charles Learson speculates that the assault on Cummings and his wife never occurred and that Schmidt likely made it up completely. Cobb had spent the previous year defending himself on several occasions from assaults by Schmidt, with Schmidt often coming out of nowhere to blindside Cobb. On that day, several reporters did see Cummings, who appeared to be partially under the influence of liquor, approach Cobb and shout "Hello, Kerry," and go in for a hug. Cobb then pushed him away, which was the last interaction that anyone saw between Cobb and Cummings. Shortly thereafter, hearing a fight, several reporters came running and found Cobb and Schmidt wrestling on the ground. When the fight was broken up and Cobb had walked away, Schmidt remained behind and told the reporters that he saw Cobb assaulting Cummings and his wife and had intervened. Learson speculates that this was just another one of Schmidt's assaults on Cobb and that once discovered, Schmidt made up a story that made him sound like he had assaulted Cobb for a noble purpose. In 1908, Cobb attacked a black laborer in Detroit who complained when Cobb stepped into freshly poured asphalt. Cobb was found guilty of battery, but the sentence was suspended. In September 1907, Cobb began a relationship with the Coca-Cola company that lasted the remainder of his life. By the time he died, he held over 20,000 shares of stock and owned bottling plants in Santa Maria, California, Twin Falls, Idaho, and Bend, Oregon. He was also a celebrity spokesman for the product. In the off-season between 1907 and 1908, Cobb negotiated with Clemson Agricultural College of South Carolina, offering to coach baseball there for $250 a month, provided that he did not sign with Detroit that season. This did not come to pass, however. The following season, the Tigers finished ahead of the Chicago White Sox for the pennant. Cobb again won the batting title with a .324 average, but Detroit suffered another loss in the World Series. In August 1908, Cobb married Charlotte Marion Lombard, the daughter of prominent Augustin Roswell Lombard. In the off-season, the couple lived on her father's Augusta estate, the Oaks, until they moved into their own house on William Street in November 1913. The Tigers won the AL pennant again in 1909. During that World Series, Cobb's last, he stole home in the second game, igniting a 3-run rally, but that was the high point for him, finishing with a lowly .231 average, as the Tigers lost to Honus Wagner and the powerful Pirates in 7 games. Although he performed poorly in the postseason, he won the Triple Crown by hitting .377 with 107 RBI and 9 home runs, all inside the park, thus becoming the only player of the modern era to lead his league in home runs in a season without hitting a ball over the fence. In the same season, Charles M. Conlin snapped the famous photograph of a grimacing Cobb sliding into third base amid a cloud of dirt, which visually captured the grit and ferocity of his playing style.